Very good morning, guys. My name is Shivraj, and I have started a new series in my YouTube channel that is named as Gen Z JavaScript. So, in this series, we will be learning ReactJS, Angular, and JavaScript. All the important concepts we will be learning here. And I am a full stack developer with having 10 plus year of experience under my belt. And guys, please subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified for all the upcoming videos. Thank you. So here we will understand responding to events in React.js. How can we do that in React.js? So React lets you add event handlers to your JSX. What does this mean? As you know, you have built-in events like on click, on hover, right? And you can create custom also. If you are creating your own custom component that you will be creating in React.js, right? So there you can create your own custom events. And so first we will see, so what we will be learning here, different way to write an event handler, different ways how we can write event handler, how to pass event handling logic from parent component, how can you pass the event handler function, right, to child, and how event propagate and how to stop them. Like you, if you're familiar with JavaScript or you have worked with any other JavaScript frameworks, you must be knowing that how we can stop propagation, how we can prevent default. These all come inside your events. Event dot stop propagation, event dot default export, e dot target. These all things you have. These all things come under the event object. These are properties are there. So from there we can access these properties, these methods, right? So that is all we gonna see in this video. So adding event handlers. So here in this example, we have a button. See, always see here B capital. In the component that we will be creating in React.js, that will start with a capital letter. So always if you see the capital letter, think of it is a React component that we are creating. And see here the HTML, the predefined tags, these are on small. So button, this is the predefined. This is from the browser that we have, the HTML one, button, right? So this is the small button which is the predefined, which we are getting from the HTML tag. So here we have simple this button. I don't do anything, so it will show up like this. And this is the custom component that we have created, button. We are exporting default. Now you can make it to show message whether a user clicks by the following three steps. Yes, declaring a function, implementing the logic, that is whatever you want to show, and then sharing that function handle click to the on click event of that button, right? So here what we have done, here we have created a custom component button. We have created a function inside it. That function is handle click. So whenever this function is called, this alert will show you clicked me. And then what it is returning, here we have a HTML button, right? This HTML predefined button. And on this on click event, so with this button there is already a on click event. This is a JavaScript, this is a HTML button, right? So it has this events like on click. So whenever you click on button, this event triggers. So when this event triggers, it will run this function which is assigned to it. And from where we are getting this function, this we have already defined in this component. So that's why this will be called, whenever you will click like this, you clicked me. So this type of alert is coming. Now you understood how to pass handle event function to the event. So this is like whenever you will create a function which is you will be passing to some events, so it is handling that event, right? So this is a standard way to write. So you have to start it with handle. What you are handling here, click, on click event you are handling, so handle click. So this way it looks, it is very much readable, and this is a good way of writing code. So that's it here. And so it is, you can go through the docs in details. And alternatively you can define the event handler inline also. So how we are passing inline, see, on click, there you have passed a function, right? Here you can directly define function itself here. So on click, this function will get called. Whenever this button will be clicked, this function build code. So you can directly define the function here. So if you have a small code, this is suitable there. But if you have a big code, don't do like this. It will be complex and not readable. Hmm? Or you can like write this anonymous function, this arrow function with no name. So this like this also you can do the inline, right? What we call it, see, we call it define the event handlers. So all this stuff is equivalent to inline event handlers, right? So this is that. Pitfalls. Function passed to event handlers must be passed and not called. That is very correct. So here to button you are passing this function, right? Handle. What is handle click? Handle click is a function. So whenever you will click, or whenever you will click, this on click event will be fired, and this will be calling this. But if you are passing it like this, then on the page render itself, on the component render itself, it will get called because you are directly calling it. You don't have to call it. On click will call it. Whenever you do the click, the trigger will happen. This will call it. So this is the way. So this is all what it is saying. And also here on click you are calling directly. This is all the same thing. It will execute it not like this. You have to define the function right like this anonymous function. Reading props in event handler. So event handler function now you know, right? So because event handler declared inside the component, they have access to the component props. That is correct because event handler you are declaring inside the component, and then you are accessing props in the component itself. So that means in an event handler function also you can access the props, all right? So that is how here our alert button is getting message and children as a prop, right? And this is the on click button. Here we have defined a function. Inside this function we are doing alert. What alert? A message. So we are able to read this prop inside our event handler. So this is inline. This I have already read, right? Inline event handler. And inside inline event handler we are able to read this message. We are able to read this prop. So this is what is saying, reading prop inside event handlers. Hmm. Now passing event handler as a prop. Now you can pass event handler as a props also. See what are event handlers? These are the functions. So it is like you can pass the functions as a prop. So these are special type of function specific to they're handling some event, right? So that's why we are naming them event handlers and starting with handle. So here how we are passing them, we have created a function button, right? And we have created a one more function play button, right? And then we have created one more function upload button, right? And then we have again this function toolbar, right? So what we are doing, so in the last you will see we are calling play button and we are passing prop movie name, right? So what is play button? It will see here this is the play button function that we have. So what this will do, it will, we are passing the movie name, right? So movie name is passed here and then here's a function handle play click, wait what it is doing, and then we are calling upload button. This is upload button. Yeah, so the first one play button, this is the play button. What it will do, yes, I was confused with this curly braces in line number 9. I thought it is ending here in line number 12. So it is starting with line number 9, it is ending over here. So this will return a button, right? And this button is having name as a play movie name, and this movie name, as we know, we are passing it to the play button, and then we are catching it inside this return statement as a child to this button, right? And on click we have handle play click. So this is an event handler function that we have created and we are passing it as a prop to this component, that is button component. And what is button component? This is the button component. So here we have this on click. On click is this on click. This, what is this on click? This on click is a function which is getting assigned to this. So don't get confused, this on click holds a function, right? And that's why this button is the predefined button. So on click of it, it is calling this function. So this is all. So that's why able to see two things. One is coming from upload button. This upload button is returning a button which will alert this on click of upload image. So that's why you are seeing here upload image, and one is play this. So now naming event handler props. So built-in component like button and div only support browser event name like onClick. However, when you are building your own component, you can name the event handler props any way that you like. So event handler props, right? That props you can name anything that you like. So here, like you can see, this is a button component line number 12, and you are passing a prop named on smash. So on smash, show this alert. And this on smash is getting passed here to this button component, and this on smash holds that function, right? And then on click it will get called, and these childrens are nothing but this inside it, what is the play movie inside this component. So this is how it is working. And in this example, button on click smash, yeah, this all we have discussed. And then we have event propagation. So what is event propagation? Event, like this bubbles up, like this bubbles up means whenever, see, bubbling up means whenever you have inside div you have this on click, right? This on click alert. So here what we are doing, we have this two buttons, play movie, upload movie. So whenever we are clicking on play movie, right, it is calling playing, and then it is calling, see, playing, and then you clicked on a toolbar, right? After this playing movie, it is also alerting this, but I have to stop it. So I have to stop bubbling my function. So it is like getting bubbled up, it is moving upwards, and then that's why these are also getting triggered. So I have to stop it there, right there. So for that we have stop propagation, this e dot stop propagation. What this will do, it will call this on click, right? But it will not call this alert. It will not, before calling this we have written e stop propagation, so it will stop there. So this play movie in line number 18 will only call this alert and not call this alert. So if I click here, see, okay, and after okay nothing is happening, right? Because we have written e dot stop propagation here in line number 4. So whenever this click, this button we are passing on click in line number 17, and then it is assigned here this function, and in line number 3, this is the on click, right? This on click have this function, right? On click is nothing but a prop which contains this function which is showing alert playing. So here this is the on click function, and then here we are calling on click, and before that we have written e dot stop propagation. So this function will run, right? It will run and it will call this on click also, but after that bubbling will not be happening. So this 15 line of 15 will not be get called. So this is how e dot stop propagation helps. And there is one more thing, prevent default, you must have seen. Also, I recommend you to read and go through MDN docs to understand JavaScript better, because these are all JavaScript concepts. These are not related to React. This is stop propagation, prevent default, right? So you have to understand JavaScript. Then you will be able to understand React better. So in event, this prevent default, some events have this behavior, right? Like with form, whenever you click on submit, the page also reloads, right? Some browser event have default behavior associated with them, like form submit, any form it has submit event, right? Whenever you click submit event, what happens? It will reload the whole page by default. So this kind of behavior they have. So we have to sometimes we need to prevent this default. So how we can do this, prevent this default behavior? We have a function inside the object, inside the event object, e dot c. Inside this e, what is this e? On submit, whenever we will clicking, we have an event object. That object has this method. So we have to call this e dot prevent default. So it will call this alert submitting, but it will not call, it will not reload the page. So these kind of things, right? Can event handler have, yes, in event handler you can handle all these things, like like updating something, all these kind of thing. So later on we will, like in upcoming videos, we will go through those, like how we are managing states, how we are updating the pages, all that. So this is a recap, this all we have learned. So good luck, guys. Like we are now, diving deep into the React one by one, following this official documentation, which must be helping you a lot. It is helping me also a lot. So guys, if you have any question, please do comment. I will answer your comment right there. Thank you, and take care, guys, and please keep sharing and supporting so that I can take out my time and make more quality videos. Thank you, everyone. Take care.